What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my top fantasy football picks for NFL Week 12 top DFS picks.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go through each position and give you my first look fantasy football picks for your DraftKings, FanDuel, or season-long fantasy football lineups. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Before we get started, I have a special announcement for everyone who wants to try Draft Dashboard. The DFS tools you see on the screen here. We have a totally free 1-week trial linked in the description below. No credit card needed to start the trial. It's a totally free 1-week pass to try all our daily fantasy tools for yourself. You'll get access to the projected ownerships, the position optimizer, where you can see the defense versus position ranking, projected points, the last 3 game history. You'll get access to the lineup optimizer to help build better lineups, save time with the mass lineup generator, and use the late swap optimizer if you need to make last minute changes due to injury. Tons of great tools that should help cut your research time in half. All available totally free for 1 week, no strings attached. Click the link in the description of this video to get started. Okay, who do we have at the quarterback position? I like Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons playing the Tampa Bay Bucks, who have the second worst defense overall, and they give up the second most fantasy points to opposing quarterbacks. Matt Ryan has averaged 22.7 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 19 fantasy points last week, and he actually had 2 rush attempts. He's averaging 2 rush attempts per game on the season. He's projected at 18.4 fantasy points here in week 12. He's $6,700 DraftKings salary and $1,200 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 52.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Atlanta Falcons favored by 4.5. This is a home game, fantastic matchup. Matt Ryan's got the weapons, so I like Matt Ryan here versus the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And then we'll send you $100 PayPal.
So it's that easy?
And we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video.
So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. I like Alvin Kamara for the New Orleans Saints playing the Carolina Panthers, who have the 12th worst defense overall, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Alvin Kamara has averaged 18.5 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 22 fantasy points last game off of 13 rush attempts and 10 pass targets. He's averaging 12.9 rush attempts per game and 7.4 pass targets per game. He's on the field for 69% of the snaps, and he touches the ball 43% of that time. Projected at 19.8 fantasy points here in week 12. He's $8,200 DraftKings salary and $100 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 47 points scored in this game, and they have the Saints favored by 9.5. So you got the home running back in a game that they're favored by quite a margin here, in a fantastic matchup. So I like Alvin Kamara here versus the Carolina Panthers. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy football videos every day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy football content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, NFL Week 11, we're looking at the wide receiver position. I like DK Metcalf from the Seattle Seahawks playing the Philadelphia Eagles, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the 4th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. DK Metcalf has averaged 12.9 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 12 fantasy points last week off of 10 pass targets. He's averaging 6.4 pass targets per game on the season, but he's gotten 9 and 10 pass targets in the last 2 games. On the field for 81% of the snaps, projected at 11.3 fantasy points here in Week 12. He's $6,300 DraftKings salary and $400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 48 points scored in this game, and they have the Seattle Seahawks trailing by 2. This is a great matchup. This guy's targeted a ton in the red zone. He's one of Russell Wilson's favorite targets, so I like DK Metcalf here versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And remember, you can try Draft Dashboard totally free. No credit card needed to try it out. This is a special limited time offer available right now. Just click the link in the description of this video and try Draft Dashboard and all these DFS tools totally free for 7 days. No strings attached. We are confident that you'll find something that you like about Draft Dashboard. If you try everything out for the full 7 days, go through every tool we have and give it a try. Totally free on us. Okay, moving on to the tight end position. I like Zach Ertz from the Philadelphia Eagles playing the Seattle Seahawks, who have the 13th worst defense overall, and they give up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Zach Ertz has averaged 13.3 fantasy points per game on the season, but he's heating up. He's gotten 11 pass targets in the last 2 games, 11 in each of those games, so 22 pass targets over the last 2 games, and he scored 28 and 18 fantasy points last week. He's on the field for 87% of the snaps, projected at 12.3 fantasy points here in Week 12. He's $6,000 DraftKings salary and $100 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 48 points scored in this game. They have the Philadelphia Eagles favored by 2. I think that's interesting, as I think the Seattle Seahawks will win this game, and I think the Eagles are going to be playing from behind. This is a home game for Zach Ertz. Fantastic matchup. He's on fire. He's getting a ton of pass targets each game now. So I like Zach Ertz here versus the Seattle Seahawks.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video.
You've unlocked the bonus content. My super secret sleeper pick for NFL Week 12 is Vance McDonald from the Pittsburgh Steelers playing the Cincinnati Bengals, who have the 4th worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Vance McDonald has averaged 7.6 fantasy points per game on the season. He's gotten 7 pass targets in each of his last 3 games. So 21 targets in the last 3 games, on the field for 77% of the snaps, projected at 8.5 fantasy points here in Week 12. He's only $3,500 DraftKings salary and $1,800 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 39.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Steelers favored by 6.5. This is a great matchup. They've been going to Vance McDonald for the last 3 games, so I don't think it stops here. If he finds the end zone, he could find his way into the winning lineup. So I like Vance McDonald here versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck. Don't forget, you can try Draft Dashboard for 7 days, totally free, no credit card required. Just use the link in the description of this video to get started. Do you want more fantasy football picks? Check out the video linked right in the middle of the screen. If you got any value from this video, please tap that subscribe button before you get out of here and ring that bell notification so you won't miss our daily fantasy football uploads. We're putting out new videos every day, so I don't want you guys to miss any of our free content.